Hello there YouTube, this is Sibbles and Bits, back at it again with another Inkbound Daily. Today is the solo daily for May 8th, and today we are going to be playing Obelisk, going from Derelict Starship into Radiant Market, and then up against Cinder. And our trinket is Stone of Scholars, which is potentially spicy, because I see that we have Gifted, which is start with 2 random bindings. Yikes. Because obviously if it gives us not incendiary, poison vapor, or cone of frost, it means that we don't have a trinket. But in dailies that usually happens, so it's not really too big of a deal. Obviously, because we start with 2 random bindings, we immediately start getting ascensions pretty quickly, which is very big for some classes. I'm not particularly convinced that Obelisk is one of those, but we end up going into, like, say, a spikes build. It's nice to see that ahead of time. The other thing that's kind of unfortunate with Stone of Scholars is that we have Ink Wash. So on enemy turn end, they lose all stacks of burn, frostbite, poison, and bleed. Now I believe that this still does not affect bosses or treasure pots, so you would still be able to utilize that there. But a lot of the after effects, where you get value on subsequent turns by utilizing those status effects, is gone. So we'll have to consider that when we're choosing. Well, we can't choose our drafts or our bindings, but when we're looking at augments, we're going to have to consider that. And then, of course, vestigial shrines now duplicate vestiges instead of destroying them. This means that we're not going to get as many sets, because I think that the 2 grinders at the end of the first book are still there, but otherwise, like, usually in the first book you don't want to duplicate a white that you find, because that's the most likely thing that you're going to find. Maybe you find a green, maybe up tier into a blue. But that's definitely going to affect our pathing. So we need to figure out what we would like more than vestigial shrines, because usually it's not going to be worth it. Okay, we do have Cone of Frost and Restoration. I'm fine with both of those. Wait, didn't we run Cone of Frost on Obelisk last time? Kind of funny. Okay. So we have new bindings, so we can consider that in our turn 1 here. For instance, Cone of Frost into 5 Iron Claps is actually a ludicrous amount of damage. But is that really what we want? I kind of like Ink Flat. Expert Binder can be pretty useful on Obelisk, since we have, like, they're not exorbitant, but they're a little clunky to use repeatedly. And I would most certainly like to reduce the cooldown on Cone of Frost as much as possible, personally. I could see maybe gambling on Liar's Dice, helping our turn 1. Otherwise, the one thing that's definitely going to help our turn 1 is Powder Monkey Stockpile. And because of the fact that we got a long-range movement skill, sorry if you can hear the baby crying downstairs, since we got like a long-range movement skill, that definitely helps, like, the fact that we're going to be losing movement, because that's like pretty much 25% of our movement. Not quite, but close. It's closer to 20%, I guess. So I see, like, all these are pretty good. I could also see re-rolling these. Again, I know that I'm gonna say his name wrong now that I don't have it in front of me. It's not Argyle, but Arg is what I call him. He's always a fan of re-rolling this. But I'm personally not. I'm of the opinion that I kind of like usually going with what I got. Ink Flat's not going to help our turn 1, though, that's for sure. So is Cone of Frost going to help us enough that we don't need to worry about Ink Flat? Probably not. We probably need to take Powder Monkeys as much as I want this. And we're definitely not duplicating Powder Monkeys. Target gains 2 shield. That's actually quite useful. On hitting 3 or more enemies, gain an additional shield. I actually really kind of like that. And we got a Mercurial. We can work with that. Give me 2 Tarnish Vaults. I would like to see Inkbound again. Thank you. We got a crit on our 1. Okay, your positioning is indeed making this quite annoying. 5, thank you. Is there a way that I can get... Yes. That uses all of our movement though. How about this? That looks much better. Okay, we're gonna bop you with that. Kind of want to be close to that orb, but as close to these guys as possible. So I'm gonna hit you with that. Pick this sucker up. Even if this hits Shield Bash, we will not kill this guy down here. So is it better for me to hit you with this twice? This is currently critting, so we can't really... Well, we could factor that damage in. It's plus 50%. So then that's going to be 19. So then we got 40... 57? 57 on this guy. We proc 1 Frostbite, which is 50 damage. And so that is about 100 damage, which we're seeing a little bit more than that. But the crush on the next turn is what I'm interested in. Let me take a look at that again. 57 plus 50. Yeah, why are you taking... Oh, because you're at 425. Yep, okay. That's about what I expect. So then if we hit you again with Ironclap, then what that is going to do is that is going to cause you to take Crush, which is currently 63. So if we take another 107, then you're down to 211. Yeah, that's not going to make it. We physically cannot destroy you. So we're going to have to take a turn and just walk out here. Yeah, that positioning was unfortunate. There's Inkbound. Also, 2 Liar's Dice popped up. Duplicating this and then grinding one of them. If we would have chosen both of these, would put us at Treasure Hunter 4. Pretty close to Treasure Hunter 5, which gives us a treasure pot every fight. That's notable. Anyways, let's go ahead and take that. What do we got here? On your turn, inflict 1 frostbite to all enemies. Okay. What about it? Got frostbite on the bar. Headbutt's interesting, but I don't know if we actually have enough shielding to pull that off. Because that's a good way to get a lot of damage on this character. But it effectively means that until we either have to open with some Ironclaps in order to make sure that we shield ourselves, and even then, gain 5 stacks of spikes, which would be, in this case, 13 damage. So then this is worth 65. We would still be dealing less damage than with Shield Bash, because we have nothing else to pour into this. I think I'm honestly going to re-roll this. Here we go. I like the cooldown reduction of both of these. Do we need the single target nuke? That's the question. Because now we have Frostbite on theoretically everybody, so everyone's going to take 50 extra damage. I'm not sure that we need that to clear anymore, because Seismic Slam now will clear. Especially if we get the extra crush stack on that. So I think what we need is another single target nuke other than shield bash right now. So flash freeze is looking like this is pretty good for us. I'm not sure I want to duplicate any of it, like maybe Frozen Finger, just to get the treasure hunter in time. I could see that. And then when we grind it, that'll give us Everfrost 3. Okay. Okay, I could see that. Otherwise, I would be very happy to go into that Binding Empowerment. Get a couple of greens to make my skills feel better. We'll take this augment here because we skipped the bindery. Also, if we would have taken the bindery, we wouldn't have been able to buy a blue. So that's also like quite notable. You've got a lot of health. Not quite. So we need just a little bit of damage. Or alternatively... Nah. I think this is our move right here. Oh, I suppose we had Restoration. We could have taken Headbutt. But I enjoy this Frost line here, so that's what we're going to do. Kind of want to make sure to use another Frost here. I suppose if that kills you... One, two, three. That should do it. So we can go ahead, do that. Alright. Wait, shielding Ironclap isn't exclusive? What the hell? This shield line was definitely possible too, because they gave us, what is it? Shield Slam, I believe it's called. Which is the dash that scales with your shielding. 2 shielding Ironclaps or even a shielding Restoration, honestly, if this gets prepped, would be pretty good for that. I'm sure I want to reduce the cooldown and dash twice. That's kind of not what we're doing here, because Flash Freeze is kind of like that skill for us. So I think we're honestly just going to take a second shielding Ironclap. I don't know how good that's going to be against Cinder, but guess we'll find out. I'm willing to re-roll this because I don't like any of this. Misting Bells isn't bad. Get us some shielding. Yeah, and here's Shell here, so that's the spiked line. Willing to take that. I don't think we need another Vestigial Shrine, although obviously that would help our Misting Bells a little bit. I think we honestly want to take this Sea Breach. It's probably going to be the most profitable. The Burbs! Okay. We can take damage now. Now I feel like an idiot for not reducing that cooldown, but it is getting us closer to Expert Binder. And this is something that I would be willing to duplicate just to grind one of the vestiges. So we got bopped there. Whatever. We can still see a vestigial shrine at the end here, because we haven't taken 2 of them. I would like more uncommon augments, thank you. Oh, I'd also be very interested if any of you viewers did this daily, took that route, and the vultures took more or less hits from you. It'd be interesting to know how, if that's seeded or not. Come on, man, don't do this to me. Why y'all gotta do... Oh, there it is. Magic Pixel does exist. I mean, you're kind of toast, sucker. Oh my goodness. Yeah, free shield bash is, a thing? I think we're going to... Yeah, we're fine, because we will only take 1 damage. We have 1 shielding. And now you no longer have shielding yourself. This is about to disappear, so we will definitely pick that up. And then we are going to destroy you. Simple as. Alright, not really much else to do. I think we got you just with this, but we might as well use our free skill. Come down a little bit. Boop, boop. Okay, slam is slower. Speedrunners beware. I'll tell you what. Where is this 10 Omni damage? Oh, okay. So Parsimonious is never going to work. And we're already going to grind in Archaic Innards for that. Otherwise, Starwalker would really only affect our restoration. Nah, I'm not about that. I could see Swift Hair. I could see Teeth on a String. Just to get us closer to Treasure Hunter, even. I think this is a reroll, though. Another Frozen Finger. We're pretty defensive, actually. Cloak of the Conspirator is a lot of damage. Like, it's disgusting. I would be willing to get rid of Powder Monkeys for that, because that is, like, about how much damage it's giving us. Yeah, like, that's an endgame item. What is this up tier? Holy shit! What? And next to Hardened Ironclap, are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, yes. Because we frostbite for free. I'll take that global. Seriously, what is going on with these up tiers? This is crazy. Making Shield Bash cost 1 is nice, but odds are we're not going to use Shield Bash more than once in a turn unless we get some sort of, like, very good cooldown reduction going on. So I think, honestly, having access to Flash Freeze more often is what we're looking for here. It is weird not taking this, though, but with Archaic Innards, we're going to use it every single time it comes up anyways. And if we would have taken the Quicken Shield Bash, then that would have been a play, because then we'd be able to use it twice for only 1 will. That is a huge amount of damage. Huge! So I think we're going to reduce the cooldown on Flash Freeze. Okay, they didn't give us a Vestigial Shrine. I'm not sure that going here and assuming that they didn't change anything with how the NPCs work, because the Gardener's the same, this is only going to give us a blue vestige. Granted, that could be better than Powder Monkey Stockpile, it could be better than Misting Bells. Probably not in that case, but I don't know. I don't think it's possible that it's better than this. I guess we'll try it. Oh, it's a green vestige. That definitely lowers that that usefulness. So I'm definitely looking at Spear of the Gods here. It's basically Powder Monkeys in reverse. Like, I'll lose 5% damage that's additive with the Omni damage that we just gained. Like, that's perfectly fine by me. Gives the same set. And now we have more move. That's nice. Glass Cannon. Boiling Muck. I'll bite. I will bite. Not sure about this one though. Don't get me wrong, I like precision. I build it a lot. I just don't know on this build, is it actually going to do anything? Potentially. Like when all of our skills are on cooldown, we just spam Ironclap anyways. We got access to a free skill that we get to use every turn. If we bring that down, that'll possibly crit. If we get Flash Freeze more, that's obviously best for us. But I don't know about taking out any of our current items for Boiling Muck in this fight. Hey! Can I get all three of you? Yes, I can. I kind of want to do that. Or do I want to do this and get the extra shielding? That's probably the case right there. And now that it's not going to give me extra shielding, we probably Seismic here? No, actually we could probably do something like this. Use as little movement as possible though, because we do have to get back. Or do we? I mean, the fact of the matter is that this guy's doing 18 damage to us. This controls the rest of the fight. Uses all of our will. We'll still have access to this. think I'm fine with not controlling the fight. Because we can heal 4, we can make that up. Yo, that's a crit. I really want to phase you this turn if possible. It's looking like it might not be possible, at least not with us being able to heal ourselves as well. I do, however, think that it's worth to do. Because you're going to spend a turn in your phase shift, and we can heal on that turn. And then we can mop up everything else. Because that's probably a seismic slam, to be honest. Yeah, it's looking like a seismic slam will handle that. Okay. But yeah, since this guy spends one turn, like, in this high damage resist mode, getting a 2-turn phase is quite important on Mimic. Because then it gives you another 2 turns to finish him the next turn. Or the next phase. I think what I want to do is a little something like this. Because it's free. Takes care of all that. Then we can go ahead, hit there. That takes care of all of our incoming damage. Let's heal ourselves. Leave that orb for next turn. God, I hate Moss Cloak so much. Okay, doesn't matter, we kill you this turn. Excellent. Cataclysmic, even if we're not looking at the spite, which, by the way, would, again, work very well with the headbutt is what it's called, the one that makes enemies hit you. Just looking at that, that's 2 additional stacks of crush, which then scales our slam on every single target that shows up. Otherwise, we can pretty much just like double its base damage, and then if we do get some cooldown shenanigans going, and Earthquake becomes easier to use, it does more damage. We kind of like that for us. So I think we're honestly going to take that. I was hoping you were going to do something else. If this is free and it's guaranteed to crit so long as we don't take damage, I think that this becomes like something we want. So I'll go ahead and take that. We'll heal back up. I also just realized we didn't necessarily heal all of our damage in that fight, so we probably lost points. Oh wait, these are duplicators too? No! Okay, this is terrible. We're not going to have any sets. So ink flat is useless. And we probably should have taken... I'm putting an F8 in there. What is the name of this? Seeing double. Screw it. I'm mad now. I am mad. Everyone's gonna pay. That's what I feel about that. You've gone and upset me, and now it's gonna cost you your life. I mean, honestly, what's keeping us from just having 18 glass cannons? I mean, the fact that these are good. So 5 glass cannons, is that what this run is now? Is this what you make me do, Avarim? Like, we definitely don't want vaults now. I want more rare augments. Be me. Never trust text in video games. Also me. I'm like visibly upset and seething that the game has lied to me. Get toasted. Nope. I kind of like this. We're going to take Bolstered Shield Bash. Okay. Prep in combination with the ability to overheal is extremely good. But actually turning this into a physical nuke also seems pretty good. Like, we could have turned that into a purple for more attack binding multiplier, but if we're going fuck it all cannons, it's not going to be necessary. Oh look, there's our vestigial shrine. Like, in all honesty, I probably should have duplicated this glass cannon first. But, yeah. We do need enough treasure hunter to at least pluck from the next treasure pot. Barrier potion is going to be very helpful, thank you. The only thing that I'm scared of is how does this build survive the elite fight? Like, legitimately quaking in my boots, shuddering at the thought. Bop ya. Alright. You try to have fun in a game. Ringleader's kind of nice, but not for us. None of this is necessary. All I want is cannon. We need to watch our glyph expenditure. So this really doesn't matter. We might as well take this for completion. I really don't... I hope I don't get hit. But I also don't know how this is going to interact with Cinderpox. It's probably going to interact pretty poorly. So we probably should have taken the heal 10, in all honesty. We just up-tiered into a crit aug. Okay. Can you give me 3 more of those? Okay, I like the overshielding. Absolutely. There's another vestigial. The pot will be in the next fight, and then we can get rid of this frozen finger. kind of like this glyph globe. I'm feeling like I'm going to want to re-roll my purples. Okay. I'm concerned. Whew. Those do not look like cannons. Plus 50 crush damage? Baby. This actually shielding more though. Like, it's probably past the point of return. So we'll take the extra crush damage because that's actually likely to do something. Skip this. We did get the treasure pot, so we can go ahead and get rid of our frozen finger. We will do that. Dun's Head is interesting, but it's not going to give us our crit. This is, for us, significantly worse than Glass Cannon, which we can make on command. So, not going to happen. Alright. Let's see if we can't not die from the captor. I'm very scared about the second turn. The second turn where he summons enemies and then does an AoE. That could kill us. If we survive that turn, we are unstoppable. Especially because our first turn is actually quite weak. There's a pixel there. Whew! Okay. We did not get a turn 1 phase, which is quite unfortunate. But now we have our crits? Comma? Question mark? It is very imperative that we phase you this turn. Because we are dead. We can survive if we have to, but I kind of still want to keep those resources. This is going to increase Seismic Slam's damage for the next turn. I'm not sure that that's going to kill you, so we're just going to toss this sucker out. Okay, that was scary. We might as well do this because we can not still crush? Okay. Also didn't play a sound, that's a little weird. Okay. You are yet again hitting for 75 damage. Root? That's honestly close enough. Though I'd kind of want to... Oh my god, there's an egg inside you. That's gross. Yeah, I don't think there's much that we can do. We're going to take the hit this turn. I can't get the two of you. But I definitely want to get rid of you. This is going to be free, so we can afford to do this one more time. Do that. Pick that up. Dash as far away as possible, because we need to get into the second tier in order to live. Then is it better to do that or to shield more? I think... Oof, we can almost make it into this next tier here, which would have helped. Still taking 39. Whew. I think we have to shield ourselves. I think that's the only way we're making it out of this, because we're not going to get crits next turn, which is kind of a big deal. We would have used like one less movement and been able to get out of here. I think we probably could have done it. Thankfully, it wasn't because we didn't take plus regeneration. Although, if we would have taken the 10 heal, that would have done it. Alright, reset me. Shield me. Ooh! At least we still have a couple of crits here. That's going to do a crap ton of damage? Okay. Oh, man. We can almost kill you. If we get out here, we live. Note about that. Oh my god. Was that an extra turn? No. We just lost HP. Oh my lord. Yeah. Headbutt is definitely out of the question now. Battering Ram? Sure, we'll take it. It deals even more damage. Giving you another crit log. That's spiced. I also like reducing your will cost because if you're going to crit every turn, we want to use you, but we also want to use other things. So reducing your cost is kind of huge for us. This is the other fight I'm worried about. But we're literally almost killing everything. That ink in a box surviving is certainly not my happy place. I want to keep Flash Freeze off cooldown because I want something that can nuke if I needed to. And I think we're going to save that orb for the next turn. It's not really going to do much for us to grab it now. I'll get as close to this bad boy as possible. Let everybody gather around us. And then we are probably... That seems about right, actually. Let's hit you with this. Hit you with this. We need, absolutely need to dispatch this man right here. And for that purpose... Oh, you're going to heal you. Now is the time then. Oh, don't hit that. Power orb, we're going to want to leave here. That'll kill both of you guys. Yeah, we'll still be able to use it next turn. We'll just have to use an orb to do it. And we're going to keep an orb, so... Oh, you're full healing. God, I hate that. I mean, it kills literally everything else. The question is, how are we going to kill you? Oh. My bad. No. No. That's notable. We're out of defenses. This makes a huge difference. We're not pansies, though. What the heck is this? Too bad we don't have a source of marked. That'd be a lot of damage. I'm debating if we want a 6-shooter, but I really don't think that we can fit it. Like, these are very important to us. It's a lot of our outgoing damage. Especially since we have Reaper 5, it's incredibly hard to get rid of guaranteed primed crits. Okay. Cinder. I don't think that we got to drop any place in particular. I just got to pay attention because they changed the mechanic. because the Cinder Cultist is no longer here, which is the only reason why I thought that this was possible. Inflict Cinder Blocks on players, dealing damage at the end of the turn. I currently don't. It's kind of super important that we get rid of you guys, otherwise we're going to die. So I think we got to focus, you guys. We did that wrong. God, that would have been so good. Yeah, we played that wrong and now we're gonna die. That's shameful. I forgot that we took that. If we would have done that, then that would have added 50% of the damage of this onto the other guy, which, looking at this now, actually probably looks like it wouldn't have killed. I think we honestly needed this to crit. Well, we tried. And then I'll have to do the math on what this would have equated out to. I suppose we could do it here, right? So let's assume that we never took any damage, which is possible, assuming that we take care of these tangles. This final boss is worth 6,000. So then we're at 38. And then run completion is worth 5,000. Now we're at 43. And then we make all of our 43. With 50 health, we have 45,300. 45,800 because we've got our quillings and we've got our cliffs, so that would be 46. What did I say? 45,800. That's 46,550. Oh wait, that's a perfect score. So we don't lose points if we take damage on Guardian still? I thought we proved that we did. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Anyways, that's good to know that this would have been a perfect run had we rolled the crit. Which is a 20% chance, so guess it really does come up to RNG in the end, huh? And if we would have done that shocked, like, appropriately, I actually probably should have seen if I can hit all three of these guys. Probably. Because then if I did that, bashed out, then I would be hitting 3 people, which would share 100% damage with everybody. And at that point, everybody would have perished. That's the line. Okay. I'm glad that we talked through that. Hopefully it wasn't too bad for you guys. Hopefully the run was still educational, or at least entertaining. And if you have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to put those down in the comments below. And, oh, we didn't accomplish any fancy tasks. Well, I suppose we didn't win, so that makes sense. It was just going to be a bunch of glass cannons that we already, like, prestiged anyways. So we're down here at 47, which, like, I'd prefer not to be on page 4, but considering that we had a perfect run into the boss, and, oh, okay, we did lose 100 points somewhere. Oh, because we took an extra turn on fight 1. That's right. Okay. Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So we would have been right here under Leto. Had we actually played that correctly, which is above ARG. God damn it! You screwed it up, Bits. Anyway, you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you guys around.